All right, here's a level 8 type question, and what we're going to look for is a common factor. And there's nothing that I can see except for that negative. So if you want, we can factor out -1. And that'll make it a little bit easier, I guess. It'll make both of these terms negative. But we could leave the -1 in there, that's fine. But there's no common factor. Nothing goes into 2 that also goes into 21. All right, so what I'm going to do is I'm looking for factors. I want to, first of all, start by writing my brackets. So in the first bracket, I'm going to have the two factors of 21. They're going to be negative. And the larger, I think, is going to be positive because the middle terms is positive. I'll explain that as I go. So, I don't know, 7 times 3, so 7m. And then I'll put 3m over here, and it'll be -3m. Let's try that. Then we're looking for two terms that multiply to give us 3. So let's try +1, +3. Let's see where that leaves us. So we have -21 +3, that makes sense, but then the two outer terms added to the two inner terms will give you the middle term, right? So 7 times 3 is 21, not going to work. So the other thing I'm going to do is I'm going to switch the 3 and the 1 and see how that works. So we have 7 and we have -9. Okay, close. Close. What if we switch the signs of these? What if we made it, because, sorry, 7 and -9 gives us -2. So what if we make this positive and make the 7 negative? Then we get -7 and +9, and that adds up to give us 2, right? So let's just recap. So the -7 multiplying the -1 gives us -21, and the 3 times 1 gives us 3, and the two outer terms multiplied added to the two inner terms multiplied gives us 2. Okay, so that's how we know it works. Okay. If we're doing PSF, we would look for the product. Let me write this down here. Okay. So if we're doing PSF, we would write the product, the P, is going to be -21 times 3 is -63. So we're looking for two numbers that add up to 63, m to the power of 2. And the s is always the middle term, whose sum is 2. And so what are those factors? So that's the PSF. All right, the factors of 63, that's pretty easy. That's going to be 9 and 7. So I'm going to do, and they're negative, and the larger is positive. So that means 9m and 7m. Okay, and so -7m. So they multiply to give a negative, and they add to give a positive. So the bigger of the two has to be positive. All right, so then when we go to write our factors, we write -21 m squared plus 9m. Actually, I'm going to put take away 7m, so we can factor. And then plus 9m, let me move that over so you can see it, plus 9m plus 3. So we're grouping the factor, and so what's common here with the first two is -7, and then we're left with 3m, whoops, -7m. So 3m, take away 1, and then what's common here is plus 3, and we're left with 3m. No, actually, it would be -7, 3m plus 1. And over here would be to have 3m plus 1. So the 3m plus 1 is common, so we factor it out, and I'm left with -7m plus 3. Okay, and notice that's the same answer we have here. It's just I've reversed it. Okay, in either case, the computer will take it. So that's it.
I said, yeah. I said, oh, yeah.
Have a good night.